Good afternoon, friends. Your host Amit Singh Atwal, live from Riyadh Bara University Mohali campus. Today, with me, a guest from IT industry, Chandigarh, Mr. Parth. He is a vice president in NetSmarts, and he is very active member in IT industry of Chandigarh Tri-City. Today, we will talk with Parth regarding the latest IT trends, and he will guide our students and aspirant students also what to do in their life, how to do, and how to achieve their goals. Welcome, Mr. Parth. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Amit ji. How are you doing?
Absolutely fine, sir. How are you?
Doing very well, sir. Doing very well. Thank you so much.
I think you had rejoined your office or still work from home, sir?
No, we are still working from home. It's been almost an year. Our people's safety is our prime concern. So, in terms of work from home is beneficial in the current scenario. So, yeah, still working from home.
Okay. Viewers, before starting, I just want to give a brief about Parth. Parth has done his BTech in electronics, then he's done MBA from a renowned institute of India. After that, he worked with many industries, and last 7 years he is working with NetSmarts. Currently, he is a vice president in NetSmarts. I think this is the best profile of yours, sir. If I have something missed out, you can just share with the viewers, sir.
No, absolutely. I think you have pretty much covered everything. So, yes, that has been my profile. And currently I'm in India these days, but then, I have moved to Vancouver around 3 years back. So I operate from all the global offices. But yes, currently, right now in this situation, I'm in India with my family.
Okay. Sir, we will start from a basics where the new aspirant who want to join in BTech, what your views, how can you counsel them, what you suggest to them?
See, Amit ji, the thing here is that when it comes to building your career, because all of us have gone through that stage, I have been through that stage when I initially passed out my BTech. There is always a thought and there is always a confusion in a student's head that what he should pursue ahead. Whether, some people, they get on-campus placements also, and then whether they should continue their studies ahead or, they should focus on a job itself and then think about studying maybe later. So again, it's an individual perspective, but then I strongly feel that along with a bachelor's education, a master's education is really a must these days if you are talking about a global expansion. So I got placed when I just completed my bachelor's and I started working. But then I did not give up and I did complete my master's. So in terms of overall growth, I would say that it is very important firstly to figure out in your head that whether you want a technical domain or whether you want a tech management kind of a combination. So that is like I said, it purely depends on your area of interest. Some students, they do not want to give up their technical fields, and both the set of audience is very important for the industry. A tech management combination is someone who completes his BTech and then goes for an MBA, just like how I did. A person who is purely into technical maybe goes for a BTech and then maybe goes abroad and does an MS or MTech, right? So both the aspects are equally important. I would say that it is pure based on area of interest.
Okay, but you have done BTech in electronics, then you moved on to the management part, and how the industry is supporting you, and how industry is seeing on this, because you are a electronic students now, a management students. What's the response of the industry?
Amitji, I think I'll answer your question in a very different way. So when I was doing my BTech Electronics and Communication, I as a student, when I passed out my plus two, I was a very bright chap. Always topping in my academics. And I never knew whether electronics is a good field for me or ITs or computer science, right? Luckily, my ranks were good. I got admission. And I just went by with what people were telling me, and this is how generally the pattern works. So when I was in electronics and communication, by the time I landed up in my third year, fourth year, I was able to figure it out that, you know, electronics is not something I would be core interested in when it comes to building my career. I was always more of a outspoken person. I wanted to interact with people. I was good with managing skills. So I took that area of interest of mine and I went with an MBA. And you know, I mean, if you talk about top executive level positions, right? So all executive level positions are generally, you know, you would see a tech management kind of a combination, except CTOs, right? So a chief technical officer, you will always see that, you know, he's more towards technical sides and less towards management. But then if you see all the COOs or the CEOs or the VP level people, they're generally a tech management kind of a combination who know about technology, right? At the same time, are oriented towards driving business and towards global affairs. So that's how I landed up into a tech management kind of a combination.
But what you suggest to the students who are just passing out, or they will be passed out in next 1 year, what you suggest, whether one should, after completing his BTech, one should join the company, then after some time he should do the MBA, or directly he should move to the MBA college after completing his BTech?
I would say that it is always important to have that work exposure. Take that working exposure and see, I mean, whether you are liking the profile you're working on or not. Because no matter, you know, how much we are getting exposures in terms of our colleges, but still our education system is still, you know, kind of constructed in that way that we do not get that corporate experience hands-on. I mean, Riyadh and Bara in itself is trying and taking that initiative on a very, you know, good scale, and we work closely on that together. But then, you know, every institute does not do that. So what I feel is that, you know, somewhere you need that corporate exposure to understand how the industry works. And then maybe, you know, you can take a better call, whether you go for an MBA or whether you go for an MS or an MTech. So I would say if you have got a working opportunity, take it for maybe a year or 2 years and then figure out what are the next steps. That would definitely help.
Okay. Means in a summary, I can just summarize key for my viewers. If you got a chance and get selected in campus placement, you just work for few years, then go for your MS or an MBA. Is it clear, sir?
Uh,
This is
Yeah,
simple.
ideally, yes. Ideally, yes. But if a student is more inclined towards doing an MBA and he's focused, then he should, I mean, he should go for an MBA directly, because maybe that is what he has kind of thought through. And you know, there are so many students who kind of, you know, complete their BTech and go for a GRE or a GMAT, and then they are pursuing their MBAs or MS abroad. So if you have that kind of mind focused already, I mean, go for that. But generally, those I'm talking about those people, those who still have that confusion in their head that what they opt for. And if they luckily, you know, get placed in through a campus placement or through any kind of a job, I mean, take that flavor. I mean, it is always beneficial.
Okay. Okay. And sir, this is for those who are passing out. And sir, because you come from a IT industry, and me being in director of corporate relations, I just come to my basic points, because I view the things through the eyes of a placement guy only. Now comes for those students who are studying within a system. For next 1 and 2 years, they will get pass out. What you will suggest those students, how they can cope up with the IT industry, fast moving, I can say a very fast moving IT industry, and with such a pandemic condition, what you will suggest those students to do right now?
Right. So, Amitji, I think very good point. This pandemic has actually changed a lot. I mean, when it comes to not just IT industry, but overall global market. So I would say that, you know, things have opened up very broadly. Earlier, as you know, right? I mean, India has been, if you talk about the Indian IT industry, it has been mainly surviving from the global business which we get. Maybe that is from US or Europe, right? And we still saw some kind of, you know, reluctance or apprehension from the global market of outsourcing business to other countries. Maybe because they were more comfortable in having people in their own premise or in their own office. But what has happened with this pandemic is that things have, kind of broadly opened up. Now, even if a person, now, if I am in Canada and I'm going to the office, but then, because of a global shutdown, I'm still working from home. So it has changed the ideology of so many entrepreneurs, so many business tycoons and businessmen that, it is okay to have a remote team. And that is how I see that India might even grow bigger after this pandemic ends, because the mindsets have opened up. There is more appreciation towards remote working, because it is more cost effective for overseas markets, as well as the tax.
Okay.
So the current people or the current students who are maybe in their third year or fourth year, this is a really good time for them. What I advise is that basically, they need to first clear and brush up their concepts when it comes to what languages or what technologies they want to focus on. So if you ask me, in the upcoming technologies, artificial intelligence and machine learning has taken, a boom here in the market, and everything is going to be AI oriented. So that is one area which, students need to focus on. And AI is not limited to a particular framework or a particular language. AI is going to come everywhere. If you see, even in mobile apps, you see a lot of now, augmented reality, virtual reality, AI and ML concepts. In B2B businesses, right, there are so many products every day which are being launched, which are totally oriented towards data analytics and data science. So this particular field is the future. And I feel that, every person should have that interest, especially those who are into in the technology, in the technology domain, that, they need to focus more towards what is happening, because ultimately it's all boiling down to the data and how you are analyzing it. Even through the products, we are capturing that, right? I mean, today, me and you, we are talking through Zoom. I mean, this is another good example of how remote resourcing is kind of, collaborating through such online platforms. And everything is being driven through, artificial intelligence and how the machines are being programmed. So I feel this is one domain which has a lot of future, which everyone should kind of focus on. And at the same time, there has to be a core technology which every student should have, maybe whether it is Java, whether it is Android, whether it is .NET, but then that particular technology for laying the foundation right, because it is very important for a student who is especially in third or fourth year to lay the basics correct. If his basics are correct, then, adapting any technology, because it's a gradual learning process. Even today we are learning, right? I mean, every day we learn something new which comes out in the market. Your basics need to be very strong.
That's true, sir. Because after this pandemic started, मैं मतलब आपसे ये बिल्कुल सही बात आपने कही कि जूम हमने उसके बाद ज्यादा यूज करना स्टार्ट किया है.
Yeah.
इससे पहले मुझे नहीं लग रहा था. और मैं मतलब एक फैकल्टी एंड पे आप देखिए, फैकल्टीज हमेशा ऑफलाइन क्लासेस ले रही थी, फिजिकल क्लासेस ले रही थी. अचानक ही सिस्टम और ये चेंजेस, सर, I hats off to entire faculty industry, faculties and the teachers and educationists. They suddenly move within a week time. They move toward the online system from the offline classes.
Right.
And this is where technology plays a vital role for us.
And Amitji, I always say ki I mean, human race is more towards, adaptability. So when you know that, there is no other way out other than adapting to a particular situation. I mean, human mind is so well programmed that it adapts to it. I mean, no matter, you must have seen in the past, rightly said, right? I mean, even our parents, our previous generation, they were not so tech savvy. But then once this pandemic started and they knew that, there is no other option. If they have to work from home, and they have to get onto laptops, they have to get into Zoom calls. Now everyone is, well dialed into the network. And I always am a firm believer of the fact that every change is surrounded by n number of opportunities, because whenever there is a change, there is going to be, so many opportunities in the market which were never there before. So that's how I'm saying that even for the budding engineers, which we are talking about, maybe it is from Riyad Mara Institute or maybe it is from other collaborating universities. This time, these 2-3 years are going to be stepping stones for a new era altogether.
Okay. But sir, have you remembered those days when the computers started in India with the banking system? The same situation.
Yeah.
If you remember, people in banks are feeling our jobs are now completed. They will taken care by the PCs and the laptops. But
Right.
I feel, or the market feel later on, and number of positions came up, and number of businesses started to
Correct.
sustain this computers in the banking sector. This is the same way.
Exactly. So exactly my point. So Amitji, if we take your example only, so with banking, getting centralized through servers and through computers at that point of time, definitely there was a reluctance from the industry and industry people that their jobs are going to be taken because manual work is going to stop and automation is going to kick in. But if you see it the other way, to maintain those big server infrastructures, to maintain that kind of centralization, you needed more talent pool to come up. And secondly, that talent pool needed to be educated, right? I mean, the person needed to know basics of English because the keyboard was English, right? I mean, he had to step, even till the clerical level, the education needed to be, refined.
Yes, sir.
So that somehow got more literacy into the country because we were dependent on that. I mean, this is a very small change which we are talking about, but such things, exactly what my point was, that every change brings a lot of opportunities and it revolutionizes a lot of things. So this pandemic has got us into a new era already, right? And this is going to evolve with time. Unfortunately, yes, we have lost so many lives, but at the end of the day, like we say, the show must move on. It has to go on, and we have to go on. So yeah.
But sir, one thing you also observed, because previously the companies are coming down to the colleges, they are doing the recruitment part. Suddenly everything has changed. Now the online recruitment, because last year I think we both have done the campus drives. Okay, entire system automated towards the online campus drives, and never I have thought of ki I will be the part of this condition where the entire campus recruitment will be done online.
Right. So I think I definitely understand your point. And PK Institute, I think we started our first online campus drive.
Yes, sir.
I remember I spoke to you and your vice chairman and chairman. So that's how we got in touch on those grounds. And yes, this online campus drives and everything, like you rightly said, we never imagined that this is going to happen. But then, अगर आप देखिए कि हाँ, how this got the first day, your students or your pass outs were being introduced to a whole tech era in itself. जो एक experience एक closed auditorium या classroom interview से start होता था. Right from day one, they are getting experienced कि remote workforce काम कैसे करेगा. And this is going to go on. This is going to go on for years and years, coming together. So yes, the whole experience has evolved, and the whole ecosystem is changing gradually. और ये चलता रहेगा. अभी this is going to keep on going as per what I see.
But sir, इसी से related questions हैं. एक simple सा question मेरा ये है कि जो students, अब ये online पूरा system अब start हो चुका है और मुझे लगता नहीं कि अभी stop होगा. Okay, it's बहुत सारी चीजें इसके साथ जुड़ गई हैं. आप स्टूडेंट्स को जब जज कैसे करते हैं जब ऑनलाइन प्रोसेसेस होते हैं, उसमें बच्चों को क्या क्या चीजों पर ध्यान देना चाहिए जिससे कि वो सक्सेसफुल हो सके ऑनलाइन कैंपस ड्राइव्स को क्रैक करने के लिए?
Right. So Amit ji, I think it's a question which would vary based on every individual's perspective. If you ask me, like what we hire and what I have been of a firm believing fact that when I am getting into hiring and I'm hiring someone from a student industry who's just stepping into the IT industry. So I personally look for someone who has, number one is strong technology skills. I mean, whichever technology the person has worked on, right? The base should be very strong. We don't expect that the person should be a champion on the very first day. We expect that at least the basics are clear. Basics, object oriented programming, which is the fundamental of any programming, right? Those
Okay.
concepts need to be clear. Number two, we always make sure that it's a video call. We are able to see the person, and if we are asking the person to write a program, it is on a shared screen kind of a platform, so the person should be ready for that kind of a arrangement.
Okay.
And number three, personally, because technology skills are an upgrading form. I mean, they keep on happening for years. But if the person has the right attitude to learn and adapt, right, that makes a difference. Because सिखा तो आपको देंगे ही, ठीक है, आप सीख भी जाएंगे, बट अगर आप में वो एटीट्यूड है कि मेरे को वो सीखना है, ठीक है, so it makes the whole process very easy for you as well as for the organization who is hiring you. So yeah, these three are the basic fundamental things which I definitely recommend.
Okay, कि बच्चे को सिर्फ कुछ चीजों के लिए रेडी, अडेप्टेबिलिटी के लिए रेडी रहना चाहिए, लर्नेबिलिटी रेडी होना चाहिए, इन सब चीजों के लिए बच्चे को बिल्कुल रेडी रहना चाहिए, जिससे कि कभी भी कोई चेंजेस आए उसको अडेप्ट कर सकें.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is the part where now I just come out. These are the points where student has to focus. But sir, because you have a very huge experience last 15 years and you're heading an organization, you are hiring a number of people per year. Okay, what are the basic things other than these things? Means I am talking about the aptitude and the soft skills. What all the qualities one student should have regarding soft skills? Because soft skills play a vital role in the entire life of a student, not only on the college front or a company front.
Exactly. So Amit ji, I'll answer your question in this way, that soft skills are very important because of the reason that I mean, if you have a knowledge, right, I mean, and if you're not able to present that knowledge across the table, ठीक है, तो वो knowledge का क्या फायदा, right? Gone are those days जब हम करते थे कि हाँ, एक हम प्रोग्रामर हमारे पास used to hire and we used to tell him कि हाँ, this is what you need to code, और ये बना लो program और दे दो, ठीक है. These days what has happened is that every client wants to speak to the developer directly, right? He wants that I should have access to the entire ecosystem. मेरा अगर आज मैंने एक प्रोडक्ट बनाना है, ठीक है, जैसे व्हाट्सएप जैसा एक प्रोडक्ट बनाना है, then I need to know कि कौन लोग बना रहे हैं, right? I mean, are they having the right intellect or not, right? Are they the right people for me, because I'm going to pay them huge, right? I mean, and I need to be convinced as a client that I'm hiring the right people. So for that, soft skills are of utmost importance in IT industry, because you need to get into those client calls, you need to present yourself, you need to pass on your questions and queries, because that's a part of your gradual process when you're developing something. So if you're not able to present yourself, if you're not able to present your thoughts in the right manner, your career definitely takes a blow. So this is one very important factor which needs to be considered very seriously by our student fraternity, that grooming technical skills and grooming soft skills are equally important. You cannot do away with any. I mean, you need both.
Thanks, Parji. I think we have touched from the starting where students want to be aspirant students, then we move down for those students who are planning to do the MBA. And now in last few minutes, you just shared what qualities your industry required. Either the student is from IT industry, either core industry, from any industry. This is the basic points what Mr. Parth has just shared with us, viewers. This is the basic things what industry required from a candidate, from a student who is planning or who is preparing himself or herself for the campus placements. I am correct way I had summarized the thing, sir?
Absolutely, Amitji. I think this is exactly what the point is. And lastly, what I always say is that, hard work is very important. I
That's
mean, if you talk about me in my career, I have never worked by the clock, right? I have never even seen the clock till date. I mean, I work as much as I can so that, I'm progressing in the right direction. So hard work is something which everyone needs if you really want to be successful.
Sir, hard work is when necessary. If you do the hard work, then only you can get the success. But the hard work with the guidance
Absolutely.
of the industry experts like Mr. Parth will ease out your journey and ease out the things to achieve your goals. Thanks, Mr. Parth, for joining us in this talk show. I think new aspirant students and those students who are passing out from from the colleges will get benefited from this talk. Thanks, Mr. Paji, for joining us.
Thank you, Amitji. Thanks for having me. And it was a pleasure talking to you. And we look forward towards, chatting soon. Thank you so much.
Sure, sir. Thanks, sir. This is Mr. Parth, Vice President NetSmart, with us in today's talk show. And we thank him for joining us in this talk show and guided the students and how to achieve their goals and what are the basic requirements the industry required from students. Thanks, viewers, for joining us. Thanks from Riyadh Bara University, Mohali campus.